at home, which is incredible when you consider the season so far. And if it pans out, we have no more suspended games, then we will only play 9 games on a Saturday in the league. Teams are coming out. Kettering in red and black, their normal colour, and Stratford Town in blue, dark blue and white shorts, white socks. And they're going through a miserable run. Their last 5 games, they've only accumulated 1 point. Poppers, on the other hand, have accumulated 10 points on the travels and have played exceptionally well. So you've seen the sides on the computer screens. And can Kettering, this will be the first time that some of these players will have played at Latimer Park. And it's a nice return home as Lee Wright reads out the teams. There will be a minute's silence for Rowley Fox, who sadly departed since Christmas. Of course, we've not been here since December the 20th. We did try to get a game against Alchurch on, but that was declared unfit by the referee on the day. So other than that, it's been pretty slim pickings here. Alongside me this evening is Gary Foreman. Welcome, Gary, to this lovely evening in March.
March, yes. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome back to Latimer Park, where we're looking forward to a game of football. There's a novel thing against Stratford Town this evening. As Paul has said, we've got 4 changes from the side that last went to combat on Saturday with a 1-1 draw at Stourbridge. So Paul White obviously in for Jason Alexander, who's clearly struggling, particularly in the second half there at Stourbridge. 3 of the changes as Liam refreshes the pack. And I suppose because we're going Saturday, Tuesday now until the end of the season, we're going to have to continue, I think, to have a few revolving players.
Exactly. You know, all these games in such a short period of time, we've got a wafer-thin squad. Any injuries or suspensions are going to be critical. And, you know, although we have 42 points, it's not guaranteed that it will be safe from relegation yet. Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the playoffs, which is still within reach, of course. And both teams line up in the centre circle here with the officials. We'll go off air for a minute or so while referee Gareth Davis blows his whistle for the minute's silence for Poppy supporter Rowley Fox. I will stop there and just your thoughts to Rowley and his family. Impeccably observed there by everybody in the ground, and Rowley would have be looking down. We'll be delighted with that. Let's hope that the lads can bring him 3 points on the return to Latimer Park as the fans move from the tin hat. Sorry, to the tin hat from the Morrison's end, as Kettering will be kicking towards the tin hat, which is unusual in the first half.
Lost the toss, clearly.
Yep. So Kettering in a huddle. Paul White then, first action since that opening day of the season. And he'll be raring to go. up until that point, he was on 160, I think, consecutive games or something about that time. But we will see. But we're getting ready for kick-off. It's going to be the Poppies, I think, to... no, wrong again. No, right again. Lewis over the ball, kicking from left to right. All white in all sky blue. And we're getting ready. Referees are signalling to his officials. We're off. Lewis gets the ball back to Forsyth. Squares it on the far side there to Isaacson. And the scoreboard has gone out, so we've got no clock. But back to the match. A bit of a mistake there, letting in Ison. Block shot. Panther gets the rebound. Ison trying to bring him down, but Panther streaks away. Still Panther running forward into the quagmire part of the ground over there to Bittermoat. He beats one, then he's beaten to the ball. Good work there from Stratford, finding Williams. There's a Williams on both sides. So, and it's in fact Tolawundi on that far side now. Coyle trying to find Panther, goes over everybody, and with the keeper Jake Weaver. I'm so used to looking at the opposite side of the score sheet of the team sheet. It's rare to see it on the home side. And Paul White gets his first touch of the ball, rolls it out to Isaacson on that far side. Isaacson with a bit of space going forward. Has to check back, sends it out wide here for Kai Williams, but he's beaten to it by Brennan. As for Forsyth, Brennan again gets a head in. That goes out of play for a throw-in. Listen to Poppy's TV audio, sponsored by Elgood's Brewery. And if Marcus is here, thank you, Marcus. As Forsyth slices that ball out of play, looks at the pitch. He hasn't done that for a while. Let's throw into Stratford, the Bards. I'm going to refrain from any Shakespearean quotes because it'll be, all well that ends well, isn't it? So there's the
comedy of errors mixed in as well.
You never know, do you? Coyle intercepts on the halfway line, pushes the ball through to Lewis, but he can't get there. Nor can Panther. Weaver clears. There is Isaacson getting his head on. But Lafferty, the goal scorer supreme for them, misses the ball, and so does the number 3. But Brennan gets the ball back into the Stratford half. It's sent long. There's Blaine Rowe. That's his first touch. Bittermoat fouled in the back there by the number 10. Will be a free kick to Kettering, and halfway in their half. And Kai Pfeiffer getting a rare start. Most of his appearances this season have been a substitute.
Yeah, he's one of the 4 changes. He's playing sort of wide left, Kai Williams wide right, Panther through the middle, and supported by Von Leer as the attacking midfielder. Poppies with the ball on the halfway line with Coyle. Coyle now just moving into Stratford territory. Finds Fifield on that far touchline. Cuts back inside to Lewis. Lewis back in field to Von Leer. Now looking for options, and he gets one on the far side with Kai Fifield again. Back into Lewis. Lewis with the ball in. Panther can't get a foot to it though, and that runs all the way out for a goal kick.
So all the Kettering fans massed in the Tin Hat. They've not been there very often recently. And cool Tuesday night in March. Springtime, I think it is now. And Weaver with the goal kick on the far side of his 6-yard box in the dark green. Sends it into Kettering's half. Won by Isaacson, but lost to Dan Lafferty. There's a chance here for Stratford as they come through. But good work by Blaine. Trying to find Pant, a little flick from him, but it's been intercepted. Blaine Rowe now with the ball, under pressure by Owen James, has to put the ball out. Bit like a chess match at the moment, of course, working out each other's gambits. And Finley Brennan with the throw in. Find Tolawunjo. There is Fifield, though. Gets with the Panther. Panther heads the ball on the far side. But loses the ball. And Stratford coming forward, sending the ball long. And that's going to go harmlessly to Paul White in his 6-yard box. Trots out. Bowls the ball out to Isaacson on that far side. Coyle, if you just joined us and haven't seen social media, is now signed permanently from the captain from the Eagles at Bedford Town as Rowe comes forward. He's got Williams in front of him, wants to use him. Through the legs, and offside goes the flag on Williams. Very tight, but from our angle, difficult to ascertain if it was a true one, but got to believe what the official says, Gary.
Of course, the officials are never wrong, or when they are wrong, but they're still right.
6 minutes we're into here this first half, as Jake Weaver is going to take this free kick. As I say, Stratford on a terrible run at the moment, just 1 point after their last 5 games. Isaacson gets a header in, trying to find Panther. It's found Panther. Panther, though, is beaten to it this time by Bo Morris. Rather bounced fortuitously for him. And Panther unlucky. Ball back now, though, with White. Taps it to Rowe. Rowe on this right-hand side. Plays it back to the captain for Scythe. For Scythe. Back to Rowe. Rowe now deciding to go forward. He's over the halfway line, being chased down. Feeds the ball through to Williams. Williams, though, loses it. And away this time comes Stratford. Good work there from Brennan. And Lafferty has to play the ball back, gets the return. Ball has been sent wide, but good interception. There's a chance here for the number 17. James comes in. Good tackle there by Isaacson before James could pull the trigger in the 6-yard box. And that will be a throw-in down by the corner flag on the left-hand side by the turnstiles, which can be taken by the number 18. And looks like it's going to be a long throw the way this is shaping up. And he's down there is Olafinjana. He comes with the long throw. It's a good one. Little push there. Chance. Right, Paul White did well blocking that. It was the first shot on target. Didn't know much about it, but he closed his legs and blocked the shot. First chance for Stratford.
Yeah, snapshot close in as well. So good reaction from Paul White, just getting a leg in the way. It's all he had to do really from that distance. And in the end, it was a bit of a wasted opportunity for Stratford, I suppose, to take the lead. But there we go, back underway. Ketrin launch it long, looking for Fifield, but he's beaten quite comfortably in the air. Ball falls to Ison, and then it's put forward by Stratford, but that ball will go out of play for a throw to the Puppies on the far side. In the 9th minute. Kettering Town 0, Stratford Town 0, as we return to Latimer Park.
Throwing then taken quickly, and Isaacson sends it long for Fifield. Fifield won't get it, it's beaten to it. Kettering, though, lose the ball by the byline. It's fed through to Owen James. He's coming forward. A chance here might be a long ranger. It comes in, still going as James puts the ball in. Great save from White. And he palms it away. Still not cleared, though. Comes in again, cleared off the line and goes for a corner. And another good save this time by White. Could be 2-0 already. Certainly his inactivity over the past 6 months, he's still alert.
Fortunately so. That was better effort that time from James. Good shot inside the Poppies box, and yep, Paul White getting down well to his right-hand side. Result of that, though, is a corner.
Stratford looking dangerous coming forward, especially Owen James. He was allowed to run Maradona style through the Kettering defence there, unleashing a very powerful shot palmed away. Corner then coming in. See, in swinging corner cleared by Kettering. Only goes to the said man, James. Gets a back header in, though. Only towards Fifield. Fifield, he's got one on the left. Puts the ball through to Panther. Panther now is away. Panther, he's in the penalty area. Gets a shot in. It's a low shot, not enough power. And it's straight into the arms of Weaver. But good intent there from the Poppies.
Yeah, good release there of Eddie Panther, but the ball that came to him, it was just forcing him a bit too far wide. So when the shot came in, it was not a good angle, very comfortable for Weaver in the Stratford goal.
Brennan then keeps that ball in, sliding on the surface. Williams intercepts for Kettering, gets it through to Bitterman. Bitterman been sold a bit of a dummy there, really, and slashed away by Olifinjana for a Kettering throw-in on the halfway line. Cool up here, but just says a bit. Will be getting ball with Forsyth from Rose throw-in. He finds Isaacson. He's got Coyle on the far side. Who he uses? Coyle to Fifield. Fifield under pressure, has to play the ball back. It goes out for a Kettering throw-in, though. He hung on to the ball well, under pressure from Stratford. I was saying Stratford were well at the top of the league for a period of time. Went through a sensational December, winning 6 games on the trot, and then lost the next 7 virtually. Ball has been sent long for Bittermo. Can he keep this in? He can, but in doing so, it gives the ball away. Stratford have it cleared. Bittermo, a little push there, and that was a foul. Even with my rose-tinted spectacles, it was a foul. I think the term is thrown to the floor, I think. Into the 12th minute of this game, 0-0 if you've just joined us. Stratford with 2 chances to go ahead, both saved well by Paul White, who's returned between the posts in the absence of the injured Jason Alexander. And Alexander putting in 30 appearances before his injury. Forsyth pumps the ball back towards Panther. Panther can't get there, though. That was Van Leer making his home debut. William Van Leer. He gets the ball back, the little pirouette, and plays the ball back nicely to Paul White. I did ask Van Leer where was he born. He said he was born in England, but has Dutch heritage.
You can see where that comes from.
Yes. Ball is played out wide to Fifield. If Fifield can keep this in, he has done. He's on the byline. He's going to try a bit of trickery here. Can he get the ball over? He's trying to get the ball over. It's going to be a corner. It is good work from Fifield. And it's got the tin hat wound up.
Yeah, first opportunity now for the Poppies to put the Stratford defence under a bit of pressure.
The only problem with the Poppies at corners is they're quite a small team, aren't they? There's no giants in there, so
there's a couple of tall players for Stratford who are
as well,
surprisingly both go back to defend the corner. But if you get a good quality delivery, it can still cause trouble.
It's played out wide to Lewis. He puts the ball in, it's deflected. That's going to go for another corner. So the first one wasn't too much of a success. They might try getting one over into the 6-yard box. But so is Coyle with this one now on that far side. Decides to put one in. Little flick on and cleared by Stratford, only towards Lewis. Gets it to Coyle. Has to play it back though to Lewis. Little instep to Coyle. Can he get anything on it? He can. Feeds the ball into the quagmire. It holds up in the mud a little bit. Cleared by Stratford. Throw into Kettering. And it remains 0-0.
Kettering still searching for a bit of rhythm. probably not surprisingly, with 3 changes outfield this evening. Ball's thrown forward to Fifield on the far wing. He's dispossessed. Stratford clear all the way to the halfway line. And Isaacson being under pressure, ball bouncing around, then Coyle clicks it forward and Panda sort of semi-blocked off. And the ball all the way back to Weaver.
That's Harry Riley who was interfering there, I think, with Panther, ex-Poppy, of course.
Yeah.
Scored against Kettering for Banbury last season, if I remember correctly.
Lamine Sharif as well.
Yeah.
So 2 ex-Poppies certainly I can recognise.
Well, Bittermo is over the halfway line here. He puts the ball to Panther. Panther, though, slips it through to Lafferty. And there is the number 6. Was looking at Sheriff. He had a haircut, number 20 for them. He was quite longy dreadlock he wanted with us. There he is there. Sheriff puts the ball through. It's a good ball to Owen James. Cries of handball, nothing given. James feeds it through. It's coming in. Here comes Paul White. Allows it to bounce into his arms and coolly collects it and throws the ball out to Blaine Rowe. Rowe is going down this right-hand side. It's a long run. This is from Rowe. Checks inside, gets it to Williams. Williams trying on the overlap. Can he get the ball over? He can. It's going to be a corner. Does well, and I think the scoreboard has lit up.
It's flickering into life.
Deep Blue, wasn't that a chess game?
Deep Blue.
Was that a chess computer, wasn't it?
Big IBM machine.
It was. It's Deep Blue over there anyway. We'll keep you bridged on that. Oh, it's anyway, it's flickering around, but
light blue now.
Light blue.
Coventry
colours, yes. Coyle then switches side to take this corner. And in it comes towards that back post. It's headed out. It's headed into the centre, actually, and don't think Coyle will get there. He has. He puts the ball back into Williams. Williams, though, can't control it. Cleared by Stratford. Only 1 up for the Bards, but good work there from Lewis indeed. Lewis turns pirouettes going forward. He might try a long ranger. There's to Panther. Panther can't get a shot out. Plays it to Williams. Will just about keep this in. He has. Feeds it through to Coyle. Good work from Cassidy. Puts the ball in here. Header comes in. It's cleared again. Cleared by Brennan. Only towards Van Leer. Little flick on. A chance here maybe. And unlucky the bounce didn't work for Kettering there. Headed on by Rowe. Over by Van Leer, who's coming into the game. Sheriff, though, spreads the ball out on the far side. Chance for Stratford to regroup. That sustained pressure from Kettering, which is nice to see. On that far side then for the visitors, the Bards. Sends it long, headed out by Lewis. Lewis again with a header. And gets the 3rd header in and gets it over to Fifield. Here's Coyle sending it long for Panther to chase. It won't reach him. And the number 5 there, Morris, fell over with the header, putting it out for a throw in. And a little bit quiet here at the moment. Stratford probably bought about 20 fans. Throw-in been taken quickly. It's to Isaacson. He squares it for Scythe in the centre. Back to Lewis to Isaacson, where it's originated from. Sends it out wide to Coyle, who's hugging that byline. Coyle trying to find Fifield. Cut out for a Kettering throw-in. And it's gone out for another corner from the throw-in. There's a good block. And Kettering getting a number of corners. Can they capitalise on one? We're going to wait and see, Gary.
Yeah, much better spell though the last 5-10 minutes for the Poppies. Starting to grab hold of the game. Starting to win a few second balls. Get the ball down, play decent bit of football and start putting some pressure on Mr. Jake Weaver's goal.
Well, the corner about to be taken as the full moon beams down on the ground. Marvellous sight. Something's been thrown onto the pitch, another ball. Referee kicks it away. There goes the whistle. Corner's going to come in from Coyle. It comes in here. Williams can't get there too well. Bittermo can, squares it to Lewis. Lewis back to Coyle. Coyle threads it through, but it is well won. It's going to go for a Stratford throw-in, though. Bittermo couldn't control it, and it amounts to nothing. 0-0. Being a bit cooler. You should expect it in March, I suppose. Well, springtime now.
Well,
barbecue weather
still,
soon, isn't it? You know,
still winter as far as I'm concerned. But certainly this temperature on the gantry.
20 minutes we're into here, 0-0. Both sides having a chances. Probably Stratford having the better two. Two good saves from Paul White. Captain have a lot of possession in the last 10 minutes or so. Haven't been able to capitalise on it, but it is Forsyth squaring the ball to Rowe, who's done well to keep that one in. The overhit from Forsyth. He gets the ball back to Forsyth. It's now with Paul White in the D. Threads it through to Ben Isaacson, man of the match at Stourbridge on Saturday. He's coming forward. Through the legs, it fooled everybody. Blaine Rowe luckily was alert. And he's got a chance now to run down this right-hand side if he wants to. He doesn't. Gets it through to Lewis. Back to Forsyth. Back to Lewis in the centre. Bit of space for Lewis to work with. There is Highfield over the far side. Fifield a bit of tricky. Comes one way, goes the other. Can he get the ball over? He can. Head it out. It's a good header out as well. Only goes towards Williams, though. Van Leer is with him. He wants to use him, but he's being pushed and shoved and goes down right in front of the official who does nothing. And then he's thrown to the floor again, and it becomes a corner. But the official there was pretty poor. Williams has been tugged and shoved and manhandled right in front of the official. And the onset of it, Gary got a corner.
Yeah, thoroughly deserved as well. It's interesting to know what the threshold is for a foul when it's right in front of your eyes like that. But being the assistant, perhaps I don't feel as though they're qualified to make such a judgment call. So
not at this level.
Well, exactly. We'll semi let them off.
Corner comes in then. Coyle again. This was a higher one. Straight into Weaver's hands, though. This is probably the poorest corner we've had. He wasn't under any pressure whatsoever. He does hoof the ball out, though, over the halfway line. Good foot in there by Lewis. And Fifield can't keep that in. It comes off his foot and goes out for a throw-in front of the away dugout. And, yeah, looking at the sky, can't see the stars. You see the moon. Hard not to, really, isn't it?
I was going to say, it's not the dark side, certainly not.
Ooh. But they're throwing on that far side to Stratford. And Veterans' homecoming so far in the first 20-odd minutes haven't produced an effort worthy of a goal yet. Patience is a virtue. Still waiting for the throw to be taken on the far side. In it comes now. Headed out to Panther. He turns. Gets it to Lewis. Has to play it back to Isaacson. He's under a bit of pressure. Does an up and under. And there's a little flick on by Lamine Sheriff. Well won by Brennan. Head tennis to Forsyth. Flicking on to Kai Williams. Trying to release Bittermo, but overbalanced and hoofed the ball out for a Stratford throw-in. Finley Brennan will be taking this one, maybe. No, he's left it. And nothing happening so far. Still waiting for this throw to be taken. He's pinched a few yards there, as they always do. Won by Rowe. And then Panther gets the ball from Van Leer. Threads the ball through. Panther for Williams. If you can keep this in, Brennan's bearing down and puts the ball in straight into the arms of Weaver as the advancing Fifield was looking to pounce. But well done by Weaver. Bowls the ball out to Olifinjana. He slices this one, and it's going to go out of play down by the corner flag on the left-hand side. I'm not sure what the attendance is, but I do think there might be a few more visually than there is, not being here for 73 days. But,
well, I suppose it's, you've got to think about, we've got a game obviously on Saturday, which I'm sure will be better attended. But when you got Saturday, Tuesday, finances will come into play, unfortunately.
Yep, ball on the far side, trying to find Coyle, but he couldn't do much with that. It was well won by James on that far side. Seems to have been a man for the Bards. It is with Olifinjana, right footed, sending it long, and Coyle allows that to arrive at Paul White's hands, bowls it out. So Forsyth then sends it long for Bittermo to chase, but that's going to go out of play. Oh, he did well. He put the number 18 under pressure there. He hoofs it out. Throw in to Kettering, Real Bedford 2, Needham Market 0 is a latest score.
It's the only scores.
The only score. They're on a good run, Real Bedford, at the moment, aren't they? 7 wins on the trot. Something like, oh no, I think they lost a game, didn't they? But yeah. But other than that, they've done really well in their debut season. Long throw in then from Kettering. This will be Rowe with it. Comes in, goes over a little push in the back there. It's back with Rowe. Heads the ball into the penalty area. Headed out again. There's Isaacson. But away comes Lamine Sheriff, and somehow Stratford get the ball away. Fifield then gets it to Forsyth with a scramble there as Isaacson now comes forward, but he overruns it though into trouble, and it bounces to Owen James, just the person you don't want it to bounce to. Sends it long, and that goes into the arms of Paul White on his 6-yard box. Wouldn't have thought he's not played for around 6 months, would you, really?
It's been pretty, a couple of saves to make early on, but he's acclimatised well now. He's had more pass backs really to deal with the last 20 minutes. But yeah, so far so good.
Yeah, don't want to get him overworked. As Coyle sends it long for Fifield. Fifield, though, is not going to get there before Weaver, who puts that into orbit. And it'll be interesting for the people to find the ball, I think, over on pitch 2.
It looks rather dark over that far side of the ground. But don't worry, replacement ball is now in play.
Coyle with it.
Now it's going to be Blaine Rowe.
Is it?
Another longie.
Oh, yes, he's left it for Rowe. And Leith Rowe has got different angles with his long throws. So let's see if he can direct this one. And Kettering can latch onto it and steer it past Weaver. In it comes. Not that long, though. It's headed out by Stratford only towards Kai Williams. Williams having to go wide. He's got Panther with him, but he's getting pushed out even further. And keeps his balance and gets a corner out of it. If it had gone down there, you think we'd got a penalty?
Well, there was definitely contact, and it would have given the referee a decision to make. I think we can safely say that. Although knowing our luck, he'd probably give a goal kick. So
or book down player. So corner then. In Lewis Coyle down on this right-hand side. Up goes the arm. In it comes towards that back post there. It goes over everybody. It's going to go back to Coyle, who gets it in the penalty area. The little dummy there, but overhits it. Gets another corner out of it. And Kettering are mounting a lot of pressure. And they thought about a short one, but that's been cut out by 2 Stratford players. And the referee blows his whistle as there's a bit of a ta-da in there to do.
a bit of an argy-bargy going on. He's having a word with Preston Bitomo and the captain for our visitors, Mr. Lewis Ison. Both having a word by the referee.
Goes over everybody, and Kettering couldn't get a head on it. It's cleared by Stratford. A chance here for Coyle to put one in. Ricochet, 1-0. Bitomo gets the rebound and does the somersault. Kettering take the lead. This time it worked, and what a goal it was. Bitomo once again.
Yeah, right place, right time, Preston Bitomo. It was Coyle with a shot just inside the penalty box. It took a couple of ricochets, and it fell to Preston Bitomo to get another goal for the Poppies, and gives a big cheer there to the fans behind the tin hat end away to our right. Kettering 1 up.
4 goals for the youngster, and 2 in 2. What a great goal on Saturday, and this time in front of the tin hat. Marvellous goal, and the Kettering take the lead. Well, that was on 33 minutes, so back underway. Kettering ahead then, 1-0. Sending it to Long this time from the kickoff, and Coyle, who had the initial shot, hoofs the ball out. It's going to be a throw-in on that far side. Yeah, Coyle shot, took a couple of deflections, and it wriggled its way through to Preston Bitomo, and he hammered it in from close range. And Kettering take the lead. First goal here since Royston. And thrown on that far side to Kettering. Coyle has been involved in everything: throw-ins, corners, assists. Been taken to Isaacson. He's going to switch it to Paul White, who's just by the penalty spot. He's coming forward a few yards. Being closed down now. He sends it long towards Bitomo. It's headed by Stratford and cleared. A little push there this time by Bitomo on Lewis Ison, the captain. And it's only about 8 yards from where it should be, but referee deems that's all right. Ison then with the free kick sprays it out wide. Headed out, but there is that man Coyle again to Isaacson. He pumps that forward towards Panther. Panther gets it to Bitomo, then Panther gets the return from him. Trying to get the ball over, he can, but there's nobody there. It's a good ball. If Williams can keep this in, he can. Gets it back to Lewis. Squares it in the centre, needs to be active here. It does Isaacson, he does. Gets it through to Panther. Panther pumps it forward to Fifield. There's Isaacson trying to hit it. Shits it through. Just 2-0 Isaacson! A long-range shot. Weaver gets a hand to it. It's too powerful. He beats him and goes into the net. The Poppies are on fire.
Well done, Ben Isaacson. He strode out of the defence to play the ball. It was a good ball. He got the 1-2, which came back to him at the edge of the box. It was his snapshot. You thought Weaver was going to get to it and save it, but he could only palm it into the back of the net. And in a short space of time, Kettering 2 up.
2 goals in 2 minutes for the Poppies there. Isaacson's first goal for the club. And a lovely goal. We're at a great angle here for that. And Weaver was full stretch with that. Could get a hand to it, but couldn't stop it from going in. And the Poppies in control in this first half. Just need to calm down a little bit. Me, I'm on about, not
that. Well, no, you're right. You're right to say we need to calm down a bit, because what we don't want to do is concede now in the few remaining minutes before half time. So Yeah, let's try and keep it tight. Go forward when we can.
It's been hit back, and it's in the penalty area, headed through. White comes out, slides, and keeps the ball. Keeping Owen James out the way. Paul White then still with the ball. Bowls it out to Isaacson, to Coyle. Coyle has to slipped when he was dispatching that. Goes for a throw in, just inside the Stratford half. But thrown on the halfway line. A yard or two pinched. Headed on, but out by Isaacson. There's a little Sheriff. Referee deems that's a foul. Free kick. About 10 yards or so from the penalty area towards the right-hand side of the pitch on the far side. So it's good striking distance if they deem to do that. It's at an angle. Referee pacing out 10 yards. That's not 10 yards. We got a Dutchman in there, but isn't the saying if that's 10 yards, I'm a Dutchman? Well, Van Leer is there, but it is going to be a strike, I think. They're all lined up, though, for up goes the arm. Whistle goes. It comes in, flicked on, and harmlessly goes by Paul White, who just observes it. And it goes for a goal kick. No harm there.
No harm there, but we don't want to be giving free kicks away in those sort of positions. As you mentioned earlier, Paul, Stratford certainly have the height advantage, so we don't want to give them a chance to run onto anything. No harm done, though, as you say, on that occasion.
Saturday, we're back here against Bromsgrove Rovers for another go at Tim Flowers. It seems to be every team we play, Tim Flowers has managed recently. As Paul White goal kick arrives at Lafferty, but bit of pinball there, and somehow Stratford get the ball back. Roberts gets the ball through. And the chance here comes in. It bounces off Paul White's and goes for a goal kick. White that time, it hit his midriff. And rather lucky, really, in that respect. It didn't bounce to a Stratford player. But did enough. But one thing about Stratford, they shoot on sight. They don't mess about too much. I suppose 2-0 down, they've got to try and react, haven't they?
Yeah, there's definitely life in it. There's Lafferty with the snapshot on that occasion, right in Paul White's midriff. Plenty of football still to go in this game as Whitey clears left to right. Roberts with his head on it, and he finds Kai Williams on this near side. Williams intercepted by Sheriff, and then Sharif and referee. So that's a foul earlier on.
Yeah, Van Leer bringing him down.
Stratford will have a free kick in just inside the Poppy's half. Big men go forward again.
They do, and watch out for Owen James, the leading goal scorer on 9. So he's a threat. He's shown glimpses of that tonight. This is a long free kick, though. Dispatched into the penalty area, headed through into Paul White, who comes down his 6-yard box, falls down and gathers the ball safely. Bowls the ball out. It's a good throw to Williams. Williams now with a bit of space if he wants to use Panther. Panther then is the way. Out comes the keeper. Panther can't get the ball over, and luckily there, tried to round the keeper. He's pushed too far wide. Good idea. Couldn't cross it into the net from the acute angle, and it is a goal kick.
Yeah, just run out of space, didn't he? The angle was against him. Bury 1, Quorn 1 is the only other goals in. Bedford still 2-0 up against Needham Market. Everything else is 0-0, including the Harbour game.
Did they sign 2 players today? Harbour.
So Weaver, it will be. Get us back underway. finds the halfway line. Coyle plays it forward, looking for Panther. Good header away, but nearly intercepted by Bittermote. But Riley then pumps it forward, only as far as Isaacson. Yeah. Then it goes back, and we'll run all the way back now to Paul White, making his second appearance upon his return for the Poppies. Cruelly ended by a broken arm in his first game. Ball's given away by the Poppies though. Stratford now back on the attack with Lafferty. Lafferty puts it forward, looking for centre forward. Good tackle in there, but comes to James. James now goes down, and that will be a yellow card for diving. Well spotted by the referee this evening. In a dangerous position. Tried his luck. Yep, and Owen James is the first card of the game, quite rightly so. Never like to see that.
No, and say good officiating from the referee, and rightly so as well. But
didn't need
for a horrible moment, I thought he'd get a penalty.
Well, I didn't need 10 replays from the VAR assistant either before giving the correct decision. So well played.
Forsyth then pumps the ball forward towards Williams. That will be a Kettering throw in. It came off Brennan, who looks at the linesman thinking, I didn't touch it. But it is a throw in. Be Blaine Rowe going over. Possibility of a long one if he's involved. So Kettering Town 2, Stratford 0 if you've just joined us. Into the 41st minute of this first half. Goals scored by Preston Bittermo on 33 and Ben Isaacson on 35 minutes. Long throw in not coming in. Ball return from Lewis to Bittermo. Puts the ball over towards that back post. It's headed in and cleared by Stratford rather luckily. Finds Laverty, the only man forward who beats his man quite well. Sends it out wide towards James, but there's Lewis. Hits Sheriff. Gets a second head to it, but there's Lewis again. Under pressure, gets the ball back superbly to Forsyth. Then he squares it to Blaine Rowe. Rowe now with a bit of space down this right-hand side. He's got Williams in front of him, wants to use him. He's got Panther, and there's Van Leer. Switches it on the far side, and nobody was aware of that. But then Fifield has to run back to collect it, which he does. Fifield now going forward, trying to beat his man, and loses out to Bo Morris on that far side. Getting at the ball back again. And there is Sheriff in the centre, playing more of a defensive position. Robbed by Panther. Gets it to Williams. Williams, then he loses the ball to Sheriff. And then he loses the ball to Van Leer. Comedy of errors. As a bit of one-touch football here from Kettering to Bittermo. Threads it through, and it will be a Kettering Town throw-in.
Just keeping an eye on Lewis Coy. He turned his ankle over.
I did that on Saturday.
He's a bit gingerly on it at the moment. Keep an eye on that.
Ball back with Forsyth. Isaacson in the centre now. He was pretty close to giving the ball away, but got the ball to Panther. He got the ball back to Isaacson. Isaacson sends it to long for Fifield. Fifield now opens his legs, puts the ball in here, and almost a through to Panther. And just slightly overhit there from Fifield. Weaver was there to stop Panther, making the score 3-0. Good movement from Kettering.
Very good movement. Very quick, incisive passing. And the ball just ahead of Eddie Panther as Van Leer gets clobbered by Sheriff.
Surprise, surprise.
He'll be losing his star for any more challenges like that, Mr. Sheriff will.
He'll probably get shot.
Yes, that could happen to him as well, according to a popular song.
It could indeed. Paul White then coming out here. We're into the 44th minute of this first half. Paul White just lining the ball up with the official on the far side, telling Rowe to go forward. Paul White then with his delivery sends it long towards Panther, but he can't get there. Rowe can, and then Rowe plays it onto his own foot and goes out for a Stratford throw-in. Rather unluckily, really, Rowe wasn't happy with that. It's been taken quickly, and cries of handball, and that's been put out of play by the number 18 there, Olafin Ajana, and trying to get the ball as they keep trying with this scoreboard over the far side, don't they? But it flickers and flickers, and gives us all sorts of colours. Looks like there's going to be 2 minutes of added time coming up, which it is. And that will be a goal kick here for Stratford as we come into that. A little bit quiet now as some of the fans begin to make their way for their half-time cups of tea and prawn sandwiches. Oh, sorry, that's you, Gary, isn't it? So, Jake.
I'm having to suffer these slings and arrows of misfortune here from Mr. Cook.
Weaver then with the kick flicked on, and it's back with Panther on that far side though. Ken Kettering get a strike just towards the end. Panther leaves the ball to Fifield. Fifield now going forward. He's got Coyle on the wing. Coyle seems to be okay. Comes inside. He's in the quagmire area of the ground. Gets it back to Fifield. Fifield 1-2. Then loses the ball at the vital time, and away comes Sheriff for the Bards. He's sliced that out for a throw-in. Cries of anguish from Lamine Sheriff. And referee Davis says you're fine where you are with the throw-in. And Rowe, of course, ignores that and takes it from where he wants to anyway, which he does. Rowe then trying to find Panther. Panther not having a lot of success against this defence at the moment, but catching 2-0 ahead. Isaacson sends a through ball, but Bittermo almost beat Ison to it. Ison did well, fed the ball through to Laverty. And ball now, though, with Coyle. It's a bit of an aimless ball there, though. Out comes Weaver. And almost first half time up. Ball on the halfway line. Lewis leaves it for Coyle. Coyle sends it long for Panther to chase. It does offside, goes the flag up. And cries of anguish from the fans in the tin hat who don't believe it.
Yeah, I thought he'd judged his run pretty well there, but we are a bit behind where the incident is, at where the linesman is on the 18-yard line. So,
I've just spotted the lesser spotted Mick Coe with his Klondike drum.
He'll be getting the Klondike ready for this.
You can see the floodlights bouncing off his head, can't you? Look, what a sight! Weaver with the kick, and it goes out for a throw-in on that far side as I make it time up for this first half.
Yeah, I think the referee's just waiting for the throw-in to come into play, and then he'll blow up. Seems to be the way that they. Oh, there we go. As soon as it comes into play, we get the referee's whistle. So, good half there for the puppies. Stratford started the better for the first 10 minutes. After that, the Reds sort of took on. 2 good goals within 2 minutes for Preston Bittermo. Ben Isaacson leads to the half-time score here at Latimer Park. Kettering Town 2, Stratford Town 0. We're going to take a short break, and we'll bring you the second half shortly.
House tense. That's it. Rubbish. Welcome back to Latimer Park, this second half. It's been a great first half if you're from the Popish persuasion. 2-0 ahead with goals from Preston Bittermo, his second goal in 2 games, 4th of the season, and Ben Isaacson 2 minutes later scoring his first to give Kettering a 2-0 advantage. And cool evening here at Latimer Park. If you are listening in from warmer climates, I know we've got our usual people from Australia, June, etc., listening in. I bet it's far warmer there than in this temperate climate that we're at. I hope you're having hope we're coming over loud and clear, and wherever you may be, if you're enjoying a sample or two, I envy you.
Yep, we broadcasting worldwide as usual. Maybe even in the space station, they might be able to tune into us as well.
Oh dear. Well, no changes, looks like, from either side from the moment. We have got the attendance, which I'll give you a little later. And
substitution for the visitors.
I'm wrong. There's a substitution for the visitors.
Sharif, Lamine Sharif, ex-Poppy,
is coming off.
Coming off. Number 9 is Austin Samuels. So first change of the evening comes at half-time to Stratford, 2-0 down. See what Samuels can do compared to Sheriff. And hopefully the answer will be nothing more.
Well, it's going to be Stratford this time to get us underway. And Kettering unusually kicking towards the Morrison's end in this, or the Prosor end, shall I say, sorry, in this second half. And we're back underway here. It goes out wide. Harry Riley can't keep it in. Ex-Poppy still on the pitch, as Gary said. Sheriff has departed. Coyle comes on. Leaves it for Isaacson. Isaacson trying to find Fifield. Can't. Headed on. Little push in the back there. Forsyth gets a foot in. Finds Fataggio. Fifield goes down. There's Bittermo who comes in. Very powerfully plows that ball into the stand. I said Fataggio, of course he's a substitute. It's Bittermo. The way he was stumbling around, it looked a bit like Ishmael. But throw been taken by the number 5, Bo Morris. There is Bittermo, clears it. Arrives back though for the ricochet to Coyle. He can't clear it either. Then it's finally hacked out of play by Isaacson. So Bo Morris going to take this. No, he leaves it. Referee telling the player to go back to his position. Thrown in by Corey Roberts this time. Back header cleared by Isaacson, only towards Panther. The only man up now. Panther against the number 3. The number 3 has got the run on him, but there goes Bittermo's away now. Bittermo is going to do one of these surging runs. There's 2 and 3 in the area. Bittermo comes in, fires one in. Great shot. Oh, a great shot. It was pummeled into the air. And the number 2 there having to get his head to head over the bar. There's 2 Kettering players just going to tap that one in. That would have been a great start.
It would have been a good run to go from Panther. It was Kai Williams that latched onto the ball. It was a good effort, forcing Weaver into the save and headed over the crossbar by the Stratford defender. But Poppies do have a corner now on this near side, attacking the Pro-Saw end this evening now. It's going to be Lewis looking for a short option, but now he's going to go long. Hands in the air. Ball comes into the towards the penalty spot, headed away by Stratford out of the penalty box. Coyle does well. Finds Fifield. Fifield out to the far side to Isaacson. Isaacson, though, he's under pressure. Loses the ball. Stratford look to break. And it's on the far side with James. James releases it forward. Checks back to the left back, and it could be a foul against him, but he does well. Carries on, gets the ball into the box. No, he's shepherded out well by Preston Bittermo, and that will be a goal kick to the Poppers.
Well, we've got the attendance for you. It is 745. 745. Paul White then with the goal kick in the virtually empty tin hat. White then delivers. There's about 10 people in the tin hat, the Stratford fans. As the ball comes forward, Paul White to leave it. Oh, and then he came out and was smashed by the advancing Stratford player after he had the ball.
That was a fine run thing. I was saying
Austin
smash
Samuels.
it because I wanted it to clear it because it was literally right on the edge of the penalty box, and Samuel just caught White's arm. And of course, we know what happened in the first game. Fortunately, there's no injury involved on this occasion. It'll just be a word for the where's no card.
No card, no comment at all.
Just a word in the ear. Free kick to the Poppers just inside the penalty box.
Yeah, don't want any more injuries to goalkeepers because we haven't got any at the moment. As Alexander's injured at the moment, as Riley can't get that, and it's going to be another throw in, and only from 10 yards out the way. Roberts with the throw in, pinches the same amount of yards though. Pretty pointless, goes over Fifield. Stratford though with the ball, with Ison, the captain. Gets it on the far side to Brennan. He loses it to Williams. Williams battling through, doing well. Williams still going through. Williams, and he's fouled. Back here, a referee brings the game back. Great work from Kai Williams and good refereeing again. He's been a very good official. Not used to
this last words, Tucky, but yeah, you're right.
Not used to those words, but
I have been impressed so far.
He's brought the game back for the original foul that Williams tried to shrug off. And as I say, Mr. Davis doing very well. Free kick then, Coyle over it along with Lewis. Halfway in the Stratford half, about the centre of the park. It's lobbed in towards Isaacson. It's going to be a corner if it goes, and it has. And it's a corner. First of the second half for the Poppers. We're into the 52nd minute of this game. Listen to Poppers TV Audio, sponsored by Elgood's Brewery. Thank you, Marcus, for your continued support. And the brewery at Wisbech always backing the Poppers. Short corner taken to Fifield. Fifield, though, is going to be played out. He is. He finds Van Leer, tries a shot. It's blocked, and Stratford get the rebound. It's gone in their favour. Austin Samuels there gets the ball out wide. And Owen James has to play the ball back. Kettering can regroup now. Ball comes in, headed out. Oh, headed out. It goes over the top of Van Leer. And I thought he was going to head the ball out. It skidded off his head. Goes out for a throw-in down by the corner flag on the right-hand side. In front of the tented stand we've got at Latimer Park, if you've been. Temperature drops a little bit more as the Full Moon goes behind the clouds. Long throw-in comes in, headed out by Isaacson, then cleared by Coyle. It's only going to go to James, though. There is Ison. Back to Lafferty. He pumps the ball forward. Coyle will have to play that. He does, slices it, and goes out of the ground over our old media hut into oblivion. New ball required, which we've got. 2 balls on the pitch. Referee saying hold on as we've got 2 balls on the pitch, and it's the second one is now just put into the touch. Morris with the throw in. Back to Morris and Ison. Squares it back to Olifinjana. There's Brennan, sends it forward. Headed on at a good flick there. Coyle clears it. Only Panther up front is being manhandled. Bitamo having a battle, but it's with Riley. Intercepted by Coyle. Coyle sends it wide for Panther. He won't keep that in. He did, and plays it on to Ison. Did well there, actually. Played it on to Ison. Off balance was Panther. Played it on to Ison for the throw-in. Fifield has the ball. He won't take the throw-in, as the Kettering fans in the Pro Saw end have livened up. Throw-in taken back to Isaacson. Isaacson swishes it on the far side, trying to find Williams. There is Williams. Good header there. That was by Lewis. Out to Williams on that far side. Goes one way, goes to put the ball in here, flicked on. It goes over everybody and flicked away by Stratford. Good cross that was by Williams. Sent long for Samuels, and a foot by the overstretched Coyle puts it in for a throw-in. 2-0 to Poppies. 55 minutes gone here at Latimer Park.
Stratford with the ball on the halfway line. Lafferty looking for Ison, finds him. They're playing it around at the back. It goes forward now to Samuels. Samuels with the layoff, looking for James, but Coyle does well again. Intercepts, puts the ball out for a throw-in on the far side. Kettering Town 2, Stratford Town 0. Here in the second half, 56th minute of the second half now at Latimer Park. Throw-in taken on that far side. Ball in back to Stratford. Things all the way back to Corey Roberts. And he releases it out to Beau Morris. Beau Morris makes his way into the Poppies half, looking for options. Doesn't seem to have many at the moment. So that's a check back. Finds Lafferty. Lafferty back inside to the captain, Olifinjana. Ball goes long now. Looking for 16, but it's cut out well by the Poppies. Bitamo, though, loses the ball to Roberts. He's still battling away for it, and the ball breaks to Fifield. Fifield just inside Stratford half. Finds Will Van Leer making his home debut this evening. Out to Forsyth, out to Blaine Rowe. Good 1-2 there with Kai Williams now. Rowe striding forward into the edge of the Pottage box and gets a shot away from 20 yards outside. And that was a good save by Weaver. He had to get down smartly. Palms the ball around for a corner.
Lovely shot that was indeed. And as Gary said, palmed away, full stretch was Weaver for a corner. And a very good strike indeed. Fifield down on this left-hand side to take the resulting corner. And can Kettering get a third? We will see as Fifield puts the ball in low. It's a poor one from him, really. Didn't beat the near post, hoofed out, and that will be a throw-in to Kettering. Coyle comes over halfway in their half now. Not a lot of movement for him at the moment. Coyle leaves it for Rowe. It's either going to be a long one into the penalty area, which I think it's going to be. Rowe going to the correct position to take this, which is a few yards down the line. Wiping the residue off the ball on his shirt. In it comes into that penalty area, headed on by Bittermo, and that's going to go out for a corner. The referee wasn't quite sure. He was waiting for the official with the flag, who was looking in the sky. So
waiting for each other, but
they were
with the right decision in the end.
Well, the fans called it behind the goal. So this time it's Lewis with the corner. So Lewis has been stopped from taking it. There's a lot of players in that 6-yard box, rather Arsenal-ish. And
Bittermo as well, who's going to get another speaking to. He got one in the first half, I think, at the corners. This time it's not Ison, it's Roberts. The man with the very long hair, as we say. It's not Cucurella, look like a short back and sides job, but there we go.
Whistle goes, so now Lewis can put the ball in. He does. It goes over everybody. Good take on the line by the keeper under pressure this time. He goes down on his knees, and he's okay though. He's okay. No, he's down. Rolls the ball out. So referee signals the sports therapist to come on. First of the evening. I bet Michael Hunter's disappointed. He was on and off like a blue. I can't say that, can I?
No, you can't. He was kept fit, shall we say?
Yes.
But yes, it's Weaver that's gone down this time. He did sort.
See the score line there:
yeah,
Berrytown 4, Quorn 1. So there's an interesting score line. Not showing any other scores at the moment, but we know that Real Bedford were 2 up. That was about it beside our 2 goals. Just to remind you all, if you are thinking of coming down to Latimer Park on Saturday, it's Bromsgrove Sporting down here with Tin Flowers managing another club in the Midlands. And I remember interviewing Tim a long time ago on the far side of the ground when we were based over there, and he commented about our mud pie of a pitch. He wasn't wrong. I think, or glue pot, I think he may have called it.
Be interested to see what his opinion is on Saturday. Looking at the forecast, it's going to be dry apart from the Friday. So I think we're going to have the covers on the patches that need to be covered again on Friday. And that's the plan. Speaking to Mr. Hopewell. And if we can keep those patches in order, the rest of it looks absolutely fine.
Harry Riley down in front of us, ex-Poppy, trying to G up his team. Left Banbury to join Stratford. And so they went through a purple patch, Stratford, earlier in the season, and we're up there with the best of them. And then they fell apart. Still, the keeper being seen to might be more serious than we thought. It looked quite innocuous, actually. It was just a well-caught ball on the line. He's now up on his feet. And I suppose, like ourselves, they haven't got a keeper on the subs bench. Yeah, he's okay, I think. He's now about to get back underway. 61st minute of this game. Kettering Town 2. Stratford Town, the Bards 0. Referee restarts his watch. And keeper rolls the ball out on the far side to Brennan. Brennan sends it long into the centre towards Samuel. Samuel's puts Paul White under pressure. He has to thigh that ball out right on the edge. And then Riley feeds the ball back to Morris. He has to play it back to Ison. And Corey Roberts finds Samuel has been quite a handful since he's come on. He's tall, he's powerful, and feeds the ball out to James. He puts a good cross in, not a good cross in. It goes just behind the goal, bounces off one of the boards and goes back onto the pitch for Paul White to recover. Yeah, looking around, as I say, not too many Stratford fans have made the journey. Love Labour's loss, I suppose. Kick taken by White, only towards Coyle. Paul sends it wide for Panther. Panther with Roberts. And Roberts had just been fouled by Panther. He slipped. And the fans behind there showing their displeasure at referee Davis, as it's a free kick rather than a corner to the Poppies. But Panther causing problems, been taken quickly. It's on the far side now with Brennan. Brennan sends it long again towards James. James gets the head onto it, but it only arrives at Rowe. Rowe on that far side in a tangle with James, who gets the better of him. Brennan then sends it towards Samuels, but there's Isaacson towards Bittermo. Bittermo, though, can't beat Lafferty. Lafferty out wide. And a foul on Forsyth, I think, which it was. Referees halts play. Paul White jumps over the sandy area. I mean, it looks quite good, actually, compared to what it used to be like here all those seasons ago when we played Hereford and various teams where you could have had Skegness donkeys on it, couldn't you? It doesn't look bad at all. You know,
No,
it looks
it's
really
annoying
good.
that the pitch itself is the best it's been for for years, and it's unseasonable rain with just a few 2 or 3 patches that are sanded, and that's the Achilles heel at the moment. And you'd like to think the covers will help, and maybe a bit more work in the at the end of season on those specific areas will make a world of difference.
And you're missing nothing here at the moment. There's going to be a change.
Sub, yep,
There's
number
Stratford change. Daniel Van coming on. And the number 11 is departing. Toloweloge. So he's gone. Has been ineffective. Has the number 11? No.
You would have known job. If we tried to. We would have mulled the name a few times.
Well, yeah, we've got that wrong a few times if we're lucky.
He's been very, very quiet this evening, fortunately for us.
Is it? It's 16 that's come on, apparently.
Number 16 is on.
Yeah.
Which is Max Lott. Not Van. So that's two changes for the opposition. Kettering picked the ball up midfield. Kai Fifield looking for options, finds Lewis. Quick 1-2 with Van Leer. Goes back to George Forsyth in turn to his central defensive partner. Isaacson then goes long. That's going to run all the way through, though, to Jake Weaver. Tucked forward, looking for James, but that's easily won in the air by Forsyth. Van Leer finds Lewis. Lewis out to the far side. Kai Williams checks back all the way back to Blaine Rowe, and then Forsyth gets Burton bubble, shall we say, and just toes it into the Stratford bench. Into the 66th minute here, Kettering still leading by 2-0. Good play from Williams, does well to win the ball, and then plays out a good pass to Fifield. Fifield bursting over the halfway line to Panther. Panther opening his legs. Has to check back, though. Well marshalled by Corey Roberts. Comes back into the midfield area. Lewis surveying his options with his right foot. Plays a short one. That was a bit of a hospital pass, intercepted by Stratford all the way to the halfway line. Samuels does well, wriggles away from Isaacson, and it's going to be an advantage. It's a good tackle in the end by Lewis, but Isaacson deemed to have fouled Samuels. Free kick to Stratford on the halfway line.
Again, good referee, and he's brought the ball back, but the number 10 hasn't seen where to take the ball from, trying to pinch 10 yards, but the referee adamant. And it's a good game, the referee. Trico. Can't believe I'm saying these things, but there we are. After the one on Saturday, it was appalling. That's Finley Brennan, left-footed, puts the ball into the penalty area. It's a good ball. Isaacson gets ahead to it, and it's a flick on by Samuels, but there is Paul White. Samuels holds his head in despair. Ball back, though, with James, who then is fouled by Bittermo. Stratford not giving the ghost up, nor should they. Only 68 minutes gone.
Yeah, and they're getting a third sub as ready as well. See the disco board being lit up. They're not just going to make it at the moment, though.
Kettering yet to make any changes. But a free kick, 10 yards inside the Poppies half on the far side, taken by Brennan. High, headed out, kicked out. Volley comes in and handball, nothing given. Out wide, intercepted by Lewis. It's not Lewis, it was in fact Van Leer. A lovely ball from him, and Firefield's offside. Up goes the flag on the far side. The Kettering fans not too happy about that. But good work from Van Leer, though, looking quite useful on his home debut. Came on as a substitute on Saturday at Stourbridge. Ball sent long, and there's Rowe on the far side. Stratford get the ball back. Roberts sends it out wide to Riley. Intercepted. There is Van Leer. Back to Rowe. Rowe now going down that right-hand side. Been checked back to Van Leer. Van Leer stumbles, but gets back up again. Still with the ball. Good ball towards Fifield. Fifield takes it well. Fifield has got Bittermo with him. It's a poor ball from Fifield, though. Not giving him much chance whatsoever. Roberts gets it to the keeper, who clears it. And there's Lewis. Panther playing it back, but plays the ball on. Trying a lob shot there. If that had gone in, brilliant, but you made it look a bit like a fool. And he thumps the ground there, the number 8, Ison, and trying to trick Paul White.
It's going to be 2 substitutions for the Poppies as well as one for Stratford. So busy over that far side. I can see 15-19 on the board, so that would mean Harry Riley is departing, next puppy.
He's done nothing all game for Stratford, to be fair to him.
And it is Max Lott, number 19, that's finally coming on.
So, and the Poppies are swapping who over?
Kai Williams is leaving. And Ishmael Fataggio is the man on. And the second sub is going to be Kai Fifield, is it? No. It's Max Van Leer. Max Van Leer is leaving the pitch. And Andy Thanodge is coming to join the fray.
There we are then. So, yeah, a few substitutions there to get all the statos in action, i.e. me. And Thanodge comes on. Van Leer can be pleased with his first outing at Latimer Park. He can get back now to writing songs for his band Focus. Fifield almost got in between the two. It's back with Weaver. He puts the ball high into the night sky. Good header there by Isaacson. Fifield intercepts, gets it to Lewis, to Taggio, out wide to Bittermo. Bittermo, though, loses the ball to Brennan. Brennan does very well to beat Bittermo, comes forward with the ball. But then it's robbed by Taggio, who in turn is fouled by Brennan. And it's been taken quickly to Bittermo. And robbed is Thanodge's first touch wasn't particularly good, and it gives Stratford a good chance. It's out wide to James. James is in the penalty area. He's going to go one way or the other. Might try a shot. He can't. He's been blocked. It's back to Morris. Morris puts the ball in. It comes off Isaacson and goes for a corner. All that came from Thanodge's mistake. And not up with play, the speed of play.
Yeah.
And
a bit slow there, didn't he? Looked like a man just literally walked off the bench, caught cold.
Corner things like that, though, Gary, that can upset the apple cart, and before you know where you can see the goal. It's a corner as it is. And on this right-hand side, the 10 or 12 Stratford fans that are behind the goal with their orange and blue hats, ball hats, scarves. Ball comes in near post and it just goes out for another corner. Must have hit Thanodge again at the near post. It's a poor corner, to be fair. He gets another opportunity. There's Ison. Up goes the arm. That's a better high one towards that back post. Paul White catches well at his back post. He's nudged in the back, goes down. And he's okay. Holds his back, as all good goalkeepers do. Paul White then with the kick. Sends it towards Panto. It won't reach him. Cut out by Brennan. Flicked on by Lafferty. It's back with Brennan on the far side. He miskicks it completely, an air shot. But then wins the ball back from Bittermo, who then gets it back to Thanodge. And Thanodge, well, his first 3 touches have been abysmal. And that's another one. Dear, oh dear. He just hoofed that one out. So a throw in to Stratford. Intercepted by Lewis. Another poor ball, and a chance here though for Panther as the number 5. It goes over him. Firefield's in there. Panther though has overrun it and tried to beat his man. In doing so, ran out of pitch and kicks the ball out for a goal kick. Unlucky was Panther. Good idea. Execution, unfortunately, not there with the idea. But again, he gets another chance. There's more sloppy play from Stratford. Panther this time plays it out wide. Good movement from him. Certainly as a live wire is Eddie Panther. It's with Bittermo on that far side. He needs some help. Can he get the ball over? He plays it on to the Stratford defender for a corner. Good work from Preston Bittermo. And 75 minutes we're into in this game. Still 2-0 to the Poppies. Just that excellent shot from Bittermo in that in that second half that had Weaver stretching and palming away for a corner. Other than that, Kettering not had a lot to sing about, and Stratford have had nothing to sing about. And it's going to be a corner on that far side.
Not in a rush to take it.
He's in no rush whatsoever to take it. Coyle. So Coyle takes a short one. So Fifield, ball comes over here, comes in, goes over everybody. And that's going to be a Stratford throw-in on the opposite side of the pitch. It would be a throw-in eventually when taken. So it hasn't been taken yet. You're missing nothing. It has been taken now. Straight to Bittermo, gives the ball away, then deflection, and then goes out for a throw-in. No, linesman says not, and then Isaacson has to play the ball out. It's back with Bo Morris. Morris, right-footed, dummies Fifield, and loses the ball to Panther. Panther now again is away. If he concedes, then he's brought down, and it was lenient, being taken quickly, and Bittermo is away. Can he get the ball over? He's had an open goal. He blams it over the bar. Unlucky goalkeeper came out, and you'd have thought that was 3-0, but it goes sailing over the bar. Chance gone.
Chance gone. Quick free kick. I couldn't see who took it actually, whether it was Coyle or Lewis, but it was Lewis. And excellent quick free kick. The referee allowed it to go. It was taken from the right spot. Bittermo was steaming in, looking for his second goal, but the finish, unfortunately, didn't match the first shot.
No, but and the Meccan yet another substitution are Stratford. So Henry Landers is coming on for Owen James, the leading goal scorer for Stratford. So, in theory, that's good news.
Banbury 1, Harbour 0 is the latest score.
Yeah. Goal kick taken by Weaver. And looks like there's going to be another substitution in a minute for Kettering. As away come the Bards. Good save from White, and then a bit of fortune for Kettering, who's looking for a tap in. Looked like White's hurt himself. He's limping. As way he goes for Taggio, then is brought down. Nothing given by the referee. And White looks very uncomfortable. We certainly do have goalkeeping problems at Kettering. Always have done since the days of Lee Harper, where he was really consistent. But ever since then, goalkeeping has been very difficult to get one fit and keep fit. But White looks to be hobbling around as away comes Morris. Morris puts the ball in. A chance here. Shot going to come in. It is. Comes in. It's a poor one. And it goes wide. And Paul White is signalling he's gone down. And I suppose really lack of match fitness is going to cost him here. He's not played since that first game of the season. And even though he's been training, it's not the same as playing a full 90 minutes. He signalled to the bench, and Kettering got 12 minutes or so to fend off, at least. And Wes York is coming on for Kai Fifield. Can he play in goal?
Well, we don't want to find out whether any outfield player can play in goal.
Well, Forsyth technically can. He's played in there before.
Yeah, we don't want to see that.
Played 2 games one season in goal. One he was excellent, and one we won't talk about. So
he's back on his feet.
He's back on his feet. Let's hope he's okay. He's played well, Paul White, this evening. Pulled off a couple of decent saves. Commanded his area well.
On that one where he was injured, there he got a hand to it, and yes, it was fortunate that the ball just sort of skidded on the 6-yard line to Isaacson, who made a bit of a messy clearance, but a clearance nonetheless. That preserves the score here at 2-0. We're in the just entering the 81st minute now. There's certainly going to be plenty of extra time to play here, though, with the injuries and the trainers on. Both trainers on in this second half.
Trainer? It's not the 60s. Just say trainers. Saying sponge and water soon, weren't you?
No, it's a linesman as well. It's not an assistant referee. Just say what it is. Yeah.
Have you ever had the cold sponge?
I'm not expecting you to bring on a cold sponge and a bucket anymore. I do remember those days, but we have moved on.
Well, so as Wes York, he puts the ball through, but then he gives it away as well straight away to give Stratford a chance to break forward. It's right through to Samuels, who's come on this right-hand side now, trying to get the ball back, but intercepted by Coyle. And a throw in to the Bards. And to swap the ball over there. Number 18. Going to be taking this. Looks like it's going to be a long one. It's geared up for that way. It is, sort of. He throws it right out of play for a goal kick. So that was pretty pointless. Nobody went for it. He just threw it out.
That's fine. We carry on doing that for the rest of this game, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Well, Paul White going to be taking the goal kick, so he's okay to take them, whereas Jay couldn't do that on Saturday.
Well, perhaps you shouldn't be taking them, though.
Well, we'll see how he gets on with this one, then. We'll see if he's okay with the kick after. Yeah, he's wincing a bit, but I'm sure he wants to continue. The ball is pumped forward. Goes out of play, though, for a Stratford throw-in. It's gone a bit patchy at the moment. Scrappy, should I say, as the ball is through to Panther. The only man there. There's Roberts. Heads it by Panther. Does well, Roberts, coming forward. Switches it on this far side to Morris. Morris comes inside for Taggio. Has to play the ball back to Ashley Salmons. He finds Offalinjana. It's been pumped through the middle, put out by Forsyth to Wes. Wes feeds it out to Bittermo on the wing. Bittermo opens his legs, gets it through to Panther, gets a 1-2 here. Bittermo might hit it. Comes through, it goes for a corner. Bit of desperation in the 6-yard box there by Stratford. Bittermo looking to get his second goal of the game. When he goes forward, you always think he's going to score, don't you, with those? Well, I do.
It was good interplay, that was. Panther and Bittermo, great 1-2. Decent crossing, that is well defended in the end at the expense of a corner. And again, there's going to be no rush for Lewis Coyle to jog over to take it.
Well, Paul White trying to get some attention.
Yeah, he's trying to organise the
defence.
Three defenders to mark the two attackers that have stayed forward for Stratford.
Which is done. Coyle going over to take the corner. Can Kettering sneak in a third? Nice to get one in his second half. Taken short. Oh, lovely work there. Ball comes in, goes across the goal. No one there to tap it in. Lovely work there from Lewis. And it took a deflection because it's a Kettering throw-in. Panther going over to take it. And he's going to leave it, though, I think, for Rowe. He is. So Rowe will be taking this one. Parallel with the penalty area. And it's going to be a long throw. It goes right back to the hoardings. Rowe. In it goes. Headed out by Stratford, only towards Fataggio. Traps it, does well. Comes inside, has to turn. So Fataggio puts the ball in. Chance here for Fozzie. Offside. Cries of a penalty when he was offside. Up goes the flag. I always fear when I see Fozzie in the penalty area.
He's not exactly prolific, is he?
No.
Well, he is putting the ball over the bar.
Yes. Ball in with Landers. He squares a good ball to Brennan on the far side. 85th minute we're into. And it's back with Ashley Salmons. Pumps the ball forward over there. Good interception by the Poppies. Looks like Jeshe is going to come on for a cameo. Ball out wide with Wes York. York now driving for only Panther up front. Has to slip inside. Gets the ball to Lewis. Lewis going forward. Trying to flick it through. Gives the ball away and then fouls in the process. Pulling down the Stratford player right in front of the referee. And quite rightly so. It was a foul. And it looks like we're going to have Jeshe coming on.
Yep, he is. It won't surprise me if it's Eddie Panther that's going to come off.
It is Panther coming off, who's worked his socks off today as
usual.
Young Panther.
Good shift in from Eddie. He'll be disappointed not to get another goal, as he always is. But certainly caused plenty of problems for the Stratford defence. They'll be glad to see the back of him. Gives Jeshe a chance to come on and make his mark in the remaining 4 minutes, plus stoppage time to go here at Latimer Park.
So, goal kick been taken. It's gone straight to Fataggio, though. He plays it out wide to Bittermo. He's feeding the ball through. Offside goes the flag, and that was debatable. Fans on that far side letting the official know over there that he possibly was wrong. And out comes Weaver in the 87th minute to try and deliver a ball of penetration into the Kettering half. He does so. But, headed on. Goes over everybody. There's a chance here. Offside as well, this time on the far side. Looks like Kettering going to make their final substitution, which is Callum Powell, who's going to grace the turf here at Latimer Park. But first of all, Whitey gets us back underway. Headed back by Stratford and then again by Samuels, who's quietened down a bit, trying to feed the ball through to Cheshire. It doesn't reach him though. And ball back with Weaver. Good pressure there from Lewis. And Fataggio trying to get Roberts intercepted by Coyle. Fataggio on this wing here. Fataggio in that penalty area. Can he get the ball over? Goes down. It's very good tackle indeed. Cries a penalty. It wasn't. And then thought the ball had gone out, but he did very, very well, did the fullback. Paul White on the edge of his area. Collect the ball as the advancing number 8 there. Lewis Ison was breathing down his neck. But Paul White puts one again into orbit towards Wes York. It doesn't reach him. It's been pumped forward again for Samuels to try and get onto. There is Forsyth, a snap shot there, and that was pretty uneventful, which will give a chance for Powell to come on for the next
time for,
minute and a half plus time added on.
Callum Powell, just waiting for the board to go up so we can see who is coming off, I would imagine. Oh, that's a good point, actually. Who's the obvious candidate? Because the 3 forward-looking players are all fresh. In fact, he's not coming on at this point. So Paul White does make the clearance over to the halfway line, headed on by Alfie Lewis. And he loses out, but Thanoj picks up well, finds Coyle. Coyle on this near touchline. Not many options forward, so it has to come back to Thanoj. Thanoj in play to Lewis. Lewis back into the Kettering half to captain Forsyth. Forsyth then goes long, looking for Bitamo. Does well in the air. Ball breaks to Fataggio. Fataggio out to Wes York. York down that far side near the corner flag. Checks back onto his right foot. Preston Bitamo inside for Andy Thanoj. Good spell of possession here for Poppers late on. Thanoj, edge of the box. Plays a 1-2 into Jeche. Ball though back with Lewis. Bitamo collects the ball on the edge of the box. Bursts in. Dispossessed, but the ball comes through. Snapshot from Wes York, blocked, and then Stratford finally get the chance to clear, but only as far as Coyle. Coyle back to Fataggio. Only one team looking to score a goal at the moment, and that's Kettering getting the third. But Coyle near side, back to Lewis. Lewis, a few olays going around by the Poppies fans at the moment. Lewis inside to Fataggio. Fataggio to Bitamo. Bitamo back to Isaacson. Then we'll go all the way back to Paul White. He clears long. And finally, Stratford get the head of the ball, but Kettering have it back again. Ole Samba football. That's a good ball forward from Lewis, but unfortunately, Coyle is adjudged to be offside. That's a shame because that was a good 3 or 4 minutes there of continued Poppy's possession.
Yeah, and the actual move that was offside was extremely good as well. Just a bit unlucky that it was a millimetre offside. It gives a chance though for Powell to come on for Alfie Lewis. The final roll of the dice for the Poppies. So all substitutions of both sides being used.
Yeah, he's had a good game, Alfie Lewis. I've been impressed with him this evening, as well as his midfield cohort, Preston Bitamo. They've probably been the 2 standout players for me personally. But having said that, I think there's been a lot of good performances out there in red shirts today. And there's going to be 8 minutes extra for all those injuries in the second half. So still a bit of football here to go here at Latimer Park. Kettering Town 2, Stratford Town 0. Roberts just inside the Poppies half goes long, as they're probably going to have to do now. But Forsyth gets a header on it to Jesse. Jesse plays it back to Wes York. York, Fanodge to Coyle. Kettering playing in their own half, and then Isaacson decides to go long. Clears it only as far as Roberts. Roberts intercepted by Powell. Powell looking for options, finds Wes York, who's dropped a bit deeper with Callum Powell's introduction, and that's a throw to Kettering.
Yep, so 8 minutes of time added on. Time from the goal for Kettering in that respect. Just going to give you the man of the match is Lewis Coyle, by all accounts. Concept Flooring are the sponsors who've decided that one. He's played well. I think I mentioned to Bittermo as well, who I think's been exceptional. As Stratford come forward with Samuels, he is fouled by Coyle, man of the match. Quickly taken. Landers trying to find Samuels, which he's done. Samuels now in the penalty area. Going to be careful here as Isaacson. Samuels tries to turn him, squares the ball. There's a chance here for a shot. No. And intercepted by Powell. Powell is away. Bittermo is offside if he uses him. Powell's in a man forward, though. Then he finally loses the ball. 5 round him. And Brennan gets the ball through to the number 8. And a bit of a block there, finding Roberts on the halfway line. Pushes it out wide for Morris. Back to Roberts. It's in the centre with Ison. Still Stratford playing the ball around, but not gaining much yardage. Now they're coming forward. Still time for them to make a dent in this. And if you get one, you can get 2 as Roberts puts the ball in. It's only towards Fataggio, though. Fataggio, they need Jesche up front with him at the moment. He's telling Jesche to go. Not going to beat Roberts, though. Kettering playing rather defensive at the moment, which is their want, I suppose. 2-0 up with time running out. Out wide to Bo Morris. Flick through to Samuels. A chance here. But Fataggio once again is the man who's mopping up. He's being chased down. Nobody with him at the moment, needs help. And gives the ball away. Had nothing on. No one was helping him there. And it is back with Stratford on that far side. Brennan puts the ball in. Headed out by Kettering. Offside. And Lewis Coyle has been awarded man of the match, as I said earlier, read out by our Tannoy man. Is that the word? Stadium announcer? Stadium announcer Lee Wright there, who's also on Twitter. He's on the music. And with him sporting a new hat, I see. Left the last one on a train, I believe. Currently in Edinburgh. I'm sure some Hearts fans will like that. As White gets the ball to York. York threads it through towards Powell. Can Powell beat his man? He can't, but he's got the ball down by the corner. He needs help too. There's nobody with him. He's isolated, but it goes out for a throw-in. We're in the good area of the pitch at this time of the game. Our clock has stopped, so we're not sure how many minutes there is to go. Probably around 5, I'd have thought.
It's probably less than that now, Cookie. Probably only a couple of minutes of the 8 to play.
Well, it's Lewis Coyle down by the corner flag on the left-hand side as some of the fans begin to get near the exit to leave. And they'll be pleased with what they've seen. 2 goals at the moment as Wes York couldn't get the ball over and looked like he was offside anyway. So time running out for Stratford. Well, a good homecoming, let's say, for the Poppies. 2 good goals in quick succession within 2 minutes. And Ketterin's unbeaten run stretches to 5 games if this does end 2-0 with 2 minutes to go. Something they haven't done since the first games of the season, where they won 4 in a row, I think it was. So Stratford, though, still plugging away. Blocked by Forsyth. Referee looks at his arm. Finds Morris to Roberts. He tries to get one in towards Samuels. It's heading out, though. Back on the far side to Brennan. Good ball in. There's a chance. Any touch on that, and that would have been 2-1. And Stratford know that. But there goes the whistle. That's the final score. Kettering Town 2, Stratford Town 1. And the Poppies run continues, Gary.
Does indeed. Quite a comfortable victory in the end. Good performance by the Reds. Slow start for the first 10 minutes. After that, they were the better side all evening. And a couple of decent goals that you'll be able to see on our highlights package as soon as we can get that out later on in the week. But Liam will be a happy manager. He brought 4 players in and they've all contributed, all played well this evening. So that's going to be a happy problem for him for team selection going forward. Let's hope Whitey's ankle's not too bad. He's holding around still at the moment, but we'll see how we go for the next game, which is on Saturday here at Latimer Park against Bromsgrove Sporting. So on that note, we will say parting is sweet sorrow. Good evening. Good night.